Yo, what is up? Welcome to the 3 Artists 1 Mic podcast. We told him we're talking about Patrick putting ice cream in his asshole. Welcome. We have Pat.
Hi, time calling the cosplay.
And Charlotte.
Doodles.
With a fucking Pokemon podcast to fuck. And now let's start the episode. But yeah, Supermarket.
Yeah, I was going to the supermarket the other night, and I was going down the elevator. The elevator goes down into... They don't know this. The elevator that goes... What? The elevator that goes from Jersey City to Hoboken.
What the fuck?
Yeah, from the Heights to Hoboken. Yeah, it's like...
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, he knows what I'm talking about.
You mean, there's a light rail.
Yeah, there's a light rail
that
station.
goes from the high. Yes, I know that.
There's a light rail station at the base of the elevator.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
So I was going down there to go to the supermarket, and as I'm getting in, a black dude holds the door for me. Your white girl in the elevator. He turns to the white girl. He's like, "Yo, you know you wild beautiful, right?" And like,
sorry, wild beautiful.
I'm sorry, she didn't say that. I mean, he didn't say that.
Yeah, you know you're beautiful, Rando?
Yeah. And she's like, yeah, and like the whole interaction was just really awkward. Mind you, he didn't really say anything after that, so I'm not gonna pin him on. It's like, whatever. He was trying to roll up on a girl. He was, but anyway, like I'm not trying to peg him as like a potential rapist or whatnot. Blah blah. Anyway, after they get off the elevator, I'm not still not trying to peg him as a potential rapist, but like, there's only a limited amount of ways you can go. Mm-hmm. After you hit the light rail station. Like, there's, like maybe 4 different directions you can go. And basically he, for a good 30 seconds, was right behind her. And so I'm looking and I'm sort of, I'm kind of watching to see what happens. And at one point she goes down one path and he goes down another. And she stops at the path she's at, and then after he goes, she doubles back and goes where she actually wanted to go.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, wow, this is the shit women have to go through on the regular.
That reminds me, wait, are you done with your story before I...
Yeah, I'm done.
Because
I said, I'm not trying to peg the dude as a potential rapist. I don't know, maybe he was just trying to say something to the girl, and then, he didn't, like I said, he didn't say anything afterwards. He didn't keep going after.
Maybe he was just literally going in that direction.
Yeah, maybe he was, but I'm not trying to, I'm just saying, I just kept an eye on the situation just because, But,
like, that reminded me of, like, I forget where I heard it from. I think it was, like a news thing that I was watching, but it's basically where... When women go out at night, usually, like, if they feel like they're being followed, the first thing they'll do is go to their home.
Yeah.
If the persecutor, like, the people pursuing them, like, know where they live, that's not the smartest thing.
Oh, yeah. No, definitely not.
There was a story about this one girl who, she felt like she was being followed, so that she starts running. The car follows her, too, and the first thing that she does is run into the police station. And she tells them everything, goes, "Oh, yo, I'm being followed, all this shit, and, like, I don't feel like it's even safe to go outside or even go to my place." So they were like, alright. So then they all went out, and then they confronted the whole situation and handled it from there. And luckily that woman was safe for the night.
Oh, shit.
Like, that's super fucked that, like, women especially have to, like, be super careful. Daylight, nights, everything. Every single moment.
You know where I live.
Yeah.
There's, after Burger King, there's a little farmer's market.
Yeah.
So I went down my block, and I was walking to that farmer's market, and this guy was, like, yelling across the street, and I was with my friend, and she had her phone out, and I was like, "Yo, put that away," because the guy was screaming across the street, and he was like, "Ayo, ma!" But, like, it was very scary, because he was screaming too loud, even for somebody that was across the street, And he came across the street right behind us, and he tapped me on the shoulder, and he was like, "Hey, do you know what time it is?" And I was like, "No, I'm sorry." And my friend, who I told to put her phone away, had her phone out.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Ooh."
I know who it is now!
Oh, God.
I was like, "Yo, please put your phone, like, away." And she was like, "All right, yeah, you're right. And she put it away, and, like, but she had her hand on it just in case of anything, because this guy was following us, right behind us, for, like, 3 feet away. Not even, like, if he wanted to take out his arm and grab us, he could. So my mom wanted us to go get some vegetables. So I went to the farmer's market, grabbed what I could, and he was outside. He was, like, outside of the farmer's market, waiting for us to get out. And my friend was like, "Dude, I think he's out there." And I was like, yeah, I see him. So I called my mom, and I was so pissed off at her that day. I was like, "Listen, I need you to come here. there's somebody here. And she's like, why? I'm in the house. I need to lay down. I'm really tired. And I was like, I know, but there's somebody here. And she's like, who? Who's there? Yelling at me. And I'm like, I am being followed. I need somebody here. I need you to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like, stop being so dramatic. Just get the tomatoes. Come home.
Fuck.
And I was like,
son.
no. I was really about to cry because I knew the owners of the shop. I wanted to tell them something, but I didn't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I waited until that guy, like, wasn't there anymore. Because all he had to do was come through the door.
Yeah.
You know? So I waited until I didn't see him. I ran across the street, and my friend and I started, like, fast walking home. And I saw him, like, across the street on my way back, on my way out of the supermarket. He went into the farmer's market because he noticed that he couldn't see us.
Yo.
Oh, God.
That is some fucked shit.
Glad you guys are okay, but
Fuck.
fuck.
Dog.
I was
Did you
super...
did you call like the police? Like at least and be like, yo, there's a dude.
No, because I didn't remember what he looked like. Because I didn't look back. You know,
Oh,
when he
okay.
asked I just saw him and I just knew that he was tall, like had gray hair, and the rest of it I was just terrified. You know.
So it was like a state of shock and you wanted to just get out of there.
Yeah, especially the frustration of knowing that my mother wasn't on my side.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, I was very upset, and I went home and I was like, Mom, like, really, you didn't have to yell at me. I was already, like, really upset.
Yeah.
And she was like, I'm sorry, I didn't know that that's what was going on. I was like, I literally
Told you.
that's what was going on. She was like, I'm sorry, I was just really tired. And I was like,
Oh, okay.
okay.
Well, you're gonna be
Sure
more
you
tired,
will.
like, arranging my fucking funeral, dog. Like, what? Fuck?
We're paying for therapy.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It's fucked. I mean, that kind of reminds me, like, I was showing my mom, do you know what happened, like, to Meg Turney and Gavin Free this past week? No. So they're both YouTubers. Meg Turney used to work for SourceFed. She's a cosplayer / model.
I remember the name somewhere. Yeah.
Gavin Free, he's the slow-mo guys.
Yeah, I know that guy.
So, you know, they're a couple. They're living in Austin, Texas. And a crazy fan broke into their homes.
Shit.
And he had a shotgun on him.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and
Why?
his reason why he wanted to... Because he supposedly left a note. But his motive was that he wanted Gavin to die alone without any children.
What the shit?
And he had, like, kind of like a major crush on Meg.
Yo.
So, and what's it called? They were hiding in their closet to avoid this person. And, long story short, that guy's dead now.
Wait, what?
He's shot dead.
By whom?
The police.
They called the-
They called the cops and then they confronted him.
Oh, shit, man. That's a traumatizing ass experience.
Yeah, and it was weird because, like, I don't know if either Meg or Gavin posted it. Like, I only follow Meg. I don't really know Gavin that well. I just know he works for Slow Mo Guys and Rooster Teeth.
He's dope.
Yeah, and I went both of their Instagrams and they didn't have anything based on that. And I don't really use Twitter, so I didn't check Twitter. But, you know, it was, I think Philip DeFranco and this guy, I'm Alex, talked about it. And it was, like, super fucked. And I'm Alex mentioned in the video that it's not even that long ago when Christina Grimmie got murdered at her own concert. Oh, at her own meet and greet. And, like, that event, like, it's not like, you know, we were there because I was all the way in Florida.
Yeah.
That is super fucking traumatizing for her brother the most because, from what I remember, the shooter, he, like, was near Christina Grimmie and then pulls out a gun and starts just firing at her.
Yeah.
And her brother, being that he was right there, he notices it and, like, springs into action, just tackles the motherfucker. And the security starts, like, you know, going everywhere. Christina Grimmie's, like, you know, bleeding on the fucking ground. And, you know, people calling emergency numbers and getting, not the feds, but, like, the police and other emergency people there to take her away to the hospital. So she was left in critical condition. Unfortunately, she died in the hospital, like, the next day or, like, within a few hours. And so her brother had, like, her blood on her, and he was, like, tackling the dude, and then when he was on the ground, the guy killed himself right there.
Shit.
Yeah, and, like, just imagine that, like I don't want to, you know, because we all have siblings, like, I don't want to imagine, like, you know, you're at a public event where people pay to get in, and you yourself are at risk of being killed by someone that either had a crush on you, liked you, hated you, what the fuck ever. Same thing with, like, in Manchester when the whole Ariana Grande concert happened. It was just a dude who was just like, so there's like a bunch of people here. We're gonna put a fucking bomb here, and then blew the shit up.
An area at her concert?
Yeah,
Hey,
at her
you know about
concert.
that?
Listen, I really tried. It's really bad of me to do this, but I really try to avoid as much bad news as possible.
Oh, would you rather we?
No, I don't mind.
Oh, okay.
But I just, like when it happens, there's so much nowadays. It's hard for me to keep up with.
And the fact that like it happens almost every day now. There's something going on.
Yeah,
Like
I'm not gonna go off on my.
Yeah, hasn't
like-
it been like 11 mass shootings
Well,
this
okay.
year so
well,
far?
we had another one this past
There was
week.
one, yeah. Well, there's some. Okay, I don't like quoting Ben Shapiro because he's an asshole. But again, I need to like
Name
research
sounds
further.
familiar.
Basically, reporter. I'm using air quotes. Does a lot of Republican shilling.
Oh.
Yeah, but I'm gonna. I need to like look further into what he said. But essentially, he was like a lot of what's they called school shootings was actually. There's been this amount of school shootings since the beginning of 2018 isn't accurate because, some of those are just accidental firings where no one was actually hurt or killed, and blah, blah, and basically how, like, they're using that to conflate the facts where, like, it's only been, like, two or three incidents where there was actually fatalities. And, like I said, I don't like the guy. I'm not trying to quote the guy. I'm not trying to give the guy props. But I need to look into that so I can.
But like whether they're fatalities or not, the fact that they
that they're still happening.
Yeah, like a bullet passed through several walls of a school and no one got hit. All right, but a bullet still passed through walls of a school. What the fuck? What the fuck is this happening?
I think it's accurate to count those as well because the fact that even if it's accidental, why was it accidental? What was it behind that?
What could have prevented it and everything?
And I hear a lot of people fighting against the
gun laws.
Fighting against the gun laws, but I mean like they're fighting against mental checks for people who are gonna get guns. And one of the arguments I heard was that now police are being told to be on the lookout for people who are mentally ill. And we don't want to criminalize the mentally ill, And I understand that aspect. Police are in zero position to be apprehending people who might be mentally ill.
Yeah,
because they're not trained in that.
You don't arrest people for having a mental illness.
Yes.
That's happened a lot, though.
I'm sorry, but I don't think people with mental illnesses should have access to firearms.
Let's say exactly.
And also, okay, I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying that, like, out of 100% of people with mental illness, less than 1% are violent. Or don't quote me on that. But,
there's a percentage that...
There's a very small, tiny, minute percentage of people with mental illnesses that are violent. And it's just, like, if you have something that is obviously affecting you and in your pre-gun checkup or whatever, you will get the medications to be able to help you with that. And then also, it'll help destigmatize mental illnesses because so many people will be diagnosed, will have that certificate that says, like, hey, you have this, but you also have help and ways to get help.
Mind you, they did, there's the whole thing of, like, Trump being like, it's mental illness, blah, blah. Well, you guys just cut funding for mental illness, so.
Yeah.
You don't get to do that.
Yeah.
And also, like, you should, like, a lot of the reporting that's been done on this whole situation, it's like giving this guy so much leeway. Like, he grew up with he's orphaned recently, blah, 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 this happened, that happened. And it's like, why are you trying to make this guy sympathetic? I'm sorry, but I'm not trying to bring this back to me, but, like, y'all treated Tamir Rice like he was an adult. I'm sorry, do you know who? He was the kid with the 11 or 12-year-old with a toy gun at the park who got shot.
Wait, Tamir Rice?
I remember that.
Sorry, I was looking something up, so I wasn't paying attention. That whole Tamir Rice, dude. Have you seen the video?
No.
I don't want
Next.
No. Oh, my bad. But
Is your name really Oscar La Vista?
Fuck. This is killing the mood. Ah!
Damn it, Walter!
Getting judged on your name?
why can't you just pause it?
I did. There was another ad blocking it. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Stop it. Let him talk. Go ahead.
You threw a thing in my face.
I'm gonna throw my foot at your face.
Oh,
I'll throw you.
okay. I'm kind of putting my bets down now. Sure.
Anyway, wait. So with the whole Tamir Rice video, that shit was fucked because like you see the kid like just playing and then like his little brother runs away and like I think the police detain him, but like you see like the Tamir just go closer to the car and then like I think that's where they shot him.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, they like they called the student. They called him like they treated the whole situation like this kid
He was a
an adult.
delinquent.
Like yeah, and like with these situations where you see like black kid gets shot over this black or some black kid, black man or black male whatever kid female black person gets shot by the cops unjustly. See them dig up like every little bit of dirt that they can. Oh, they did this way back when. Oh, guy was selling illegal DVDs. And that justified them shooting him in the back when he was pinned.
This one kid in kindergarten.
Yo, remember the whole Harambe shit?
Oh my god.
Yo, remember it's a black mother. They actually dug up the fact that the kid's father had a criminal record. I shit you not.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they dug that shit up. I was like, oh, the kid's father criminal. Like, why was this necessary to report?
I mean, that was the same thing with that little white kid that was getting bullied, and then the next day they found out that his dad was part of the crazy white boys.
Yeah,
and that is a super conservative family. So everyone's like, oh man, this kid.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, so fuck this kid.
But then like white kid shoots up a school. It's like, oh, he was mentally ill. Blah blah blah. He just lost both of his parents. Oh, woe is me.
But that doesn't mean that like not to cut you off, but that doesn't mean like, oh man. Like, yeah, you'd be depressed, but not depressed enough to fucking
you killed 17 people. I can't sympathize with you.
No, because, like, even people with depression have a moral compass.
Yeah, you still retain the cognitive ability to discern right from wrong.
Yeah, people with certain mental illnesses do have the ability,
Yeah.
to discern right from wrong, and it's just that some mental illnesses confuse you in the moment, and that's why that is such like a big thing,
Mm-hmm.
Like you have auditory hallucinations, visual hallucinations, and mental, anything can happen that'll distort your way of thinking in that moment. If you have that type of mental illness, it's just I don't like it being used as an excuse, but it is definitely something that is needed to protect the people with that type of mental illness. But so many people, come out and like the way that guy said he was gay and that's why he was touching little boys, or it's just like
Kevin Spacey, yo.
But it's okay, he's gay.
Because that was a big thing way back when. Like people who were pedophiles were like, oh, but it's because I like boys. And it's no.
Not
you can like boys.
Not today, Satan. You can't touch them.
You don't like boys, you like men. Okay? There's still a thing called statutory rape. Why'd you put that in my house?
Wait, what?
It's not your...
Oh.
God damn it.
Sure.
You put trash in the trash can.
It's not even... I mean, it is a trash can, but it's not what we're using it for. It's over there.
It's far away.
Fucking fat bitch.
Oh my god.
But yeah, no, there was that one guy who came to New York just to stab black men.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Yeah, and like...
He literally he's like, I want to kill someone! It's like, ooh.
Yeah. And
wait, did
the
they kill
newspaper...
him?
I don't know, I think he's in jail. And the newspaper described him as well-dressed and dapper. I shit you not. And when Brock Turner did what he did,
fuck
he
Brock Turner.
he was described as an all-American kid and
who swims well.
Yeah, and they put his they put his fucking swim times in the fucking article.
Did they?
I shit you not.
Oh god.
Oh, that's the guy who raped, right?
Yeah, and then got like 3 months.
Yeah, and then they were like,
and his dad was
but
like
his
20
poor,
minutes.
this will ruin his swim
He should have let 7 minutes of mistakes.
15 minutes of action or fun.
Or 7 minutes, screw up the rest of his life. And then did you see? I'm not sure if it's real, but did you see that his parents made a Facebook page or some shit?
No, but I heard that it was his dad that said, why should 15 minutes of fun
that was his dad.
ruin his life?
Yeah.
That's like, why should 15 or 7 minutes of somebody else's fun ruin your life
Word.
forever? That scars you.
Yeah.
That's therapy that they're not paying for. That's like
And the fact-
rehab.
And the fact that the father's equating fun to rape. It's like,
but wait, have you seen any? Because I'm not sure if they're real. Because I've seen them. I've literally been on the Facebook pages. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, free Brock Turner, blah, 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 or like some shit, and it's like from the family of Brock Turner. I'm like, yo, are these real? Like, did his family actually do this, or is it some asshole on the internet trolling? I cannot tell.
It might be some dude. Cause like, do you remember years ago that there was a girl?
It's like, hey, if you're gonna be out drinking, be responsible. That's shit that they share on the page.
That's trolls. Then, like, do you remember the girl that killed herself on the train tracks years ago?
Yeah, that was my friend's friend.
I knew her too.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
okay, I just saw that shit on Facebook. I was like,
who
is this?
For me, like when I found out that happened, because like so the story of that was that she was getting bullied. They were spreading rumors that she fucked the whole football team, and like no one at home was helping her, and then she got beat up and bullied, and it's weird because she put like the last two pictures were her beat up, and like someone tried stitching her mouth, I think, because like you see like X markings on her lips, and then she just said fuck it and then jumped on the train tracks, and like because you said what reminded me of that was the whole Facebook thing. They made her into a meme. They got one of her pictures. It was a selfie of her like having fun or whatever. Like what my favorite fast food chain is? Subway. What do I do when I need to go? Take the train.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, I mean like and
oh
like.
My god.
I was when that happened, I was like this happened when I was like still in high school, and I knew her for a year, so we weren't like super close.
My friend and her were super close, and my friend and I dated, and he was very upset when this happened. Like he was like crying, and we were dating at the time, and I was like, and he was. He was just really upset and crying, and like he was going through his own stuff. I'm not gonna put it out there because that's like private.
Yeah, that's ends.
But like, he was on top of all of that he was going through. He was like so upset, and I didn't know this person, but I knew that they meant a lot to him. So it was just really messed up.
No, and like there's that part of the internet that will make
death into something funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tend to hate that shit. Like, I really do.
I do tend to joke about, my own personal. But I think when it's personal, it's different.
When it actually
there's a phrase that I came across where it's like, yeah, there's such a thing as gallows humor, but it's got to be you on the gallows.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, basically, you don't come at other people's shit. If you're gonna make dark humor, what the fuck, Walter? What the fuck, Walter?
No.
God damn it!
I try to find articles so I can bring up points so I can fact check it, and not my fault. This fucking ad, it just blares. Why do websites do
How about you
this?
turn off the goddamn sound, Walter?
Yeah,
I did, but I feel like that was gonna fuck up the audio, so I keep checking the levels. Stop burping. Is it gone? No. Where's it coming from?
It's coming from your face.
No. No, there was a video that was playing about police catching a guy. Anyway, because I was looking up the shit with the Florida shooting because I wanted to make sure because from what I heard he passed the test, the psychological test. And because you were saying like
It's like psychopaths, man. You know what I'm talking about?
I know. I only watched the first episode.
But like, there's.
But even then, that society is super fucked.
Yes, it is. That's what I'm saying.
You could literally be like, like you could have really weird, intimate thoughts about a person, and that could fuck up your hue. And they're like, "Alright, so we gotta kill you, though." Or like sometimes there are people who think about committing adultery, and they don't. But even just having that thought's gonna fuck up your shit. And if like the investigators are like, we'll just scan random people. You thought about adultery. You're on a mini criminal level. You're a criminal. You gotta die, bitch.
No. You get shocked and you go to therapy. But also, yeah, I'm not saying that the psychological tests will be perfect.
It won't.
Because even people with, like I said before, even people with psychological illnesses know the difference between right and wrong.
Yeah, they know. You can tell what boxes to check off to be, to come across as being totally mentally healthy.
I believe it's sociopaths and psychopaths are able to manipulate.
Yeah.
Very, very well. And those people are more than likely to pass and then they have to be assessed by someone in person.
This should just be a full episode at this point.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Alright, so we'll just retcon it in the beginning, cut out.
No, okay, but it was weird because like they were also trying to do the whole because he's white but has a Hispanic last name, and it was like, oh, but you know he's a troubled kid. And reading like there's because I'm on a New York Post, and the story that I was so I could fact check the whole psychological test thing. It says that he was obsessed with guns. I remember that he was supposedly leaving comments on YouTube, on like some random YouTube video saying, I want to be a professional school shooter. And apparently, according to other connected articles,
there were signs.
Yeah. No, and the FBI they were told about this and they failed to act.
Really?
Yeah, the FBI, you already knew about this fucking kid, and they're just like, it's just a YouTube comment.
Because it is hard. Like, think about it. Like, when you say... People say stuff like this, like, I'm gonna kill myself. Or, I'm gonna kill you. And it's better if...
I literally say, I'll kill you to Patrick every fucking
pretty
episode.
much. And, like, you know, people make memes out of it. Like, it's people make memes out of, you know, depression, anxiety, suicidal. And, you know, to a certain extent, haha, yeah, I mean, I guess, you know, we're all stressed. And, you know, it's kind of nice to, I don't know, wank off and vent to that.
Yeah,
that's just the closest metaphor my mind come.
I mean, yeah. No, and then like, you continue.
I continue. I forgot where I
was. Whatever. But other connected articles to the main story is that Penn released a statement saying that Trump will make school safety top priority. The school gunman has history of abusing his mother.
Oh, jeez.
His last name, I'm not gonna say his name, spewed vile hatred in online rants. Florida gunman cut his arms, praised Nazis on social media. His brother was committed to a mental facility, and he was obsessed with guns.
The more you say, the less I care about him.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't care about him. Like this is my first. Like in the article, they show his face when he got arrested. Like I see his face. And,
I want to see his face.
Like I didn't know his name or his face.
Why is he such a douchey looking kid? He looks like...
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Right, he looks like a stereotypical douchebag.
Holy God! You wanted to be like Yagami, didn't you?
Oh God!
Oh
Holy
my
shit!
God.
Wow.
No, but what made what's it called? Like, yes, it's super fucked up. Have you well, I know that you, Shar, said that you didn't want to whenever negative news happens, you tend not to watch it because it'll trouble you. But have you, like you, Pat, have you seen the Snapchats that students filmed?
Yeah, I haven't watched them. I haven't watched them because I'm like I can't watch because I tend to overthink it. I tend to overthink shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like whenever they post it, like ISIS released a video of this decapitation. I'm like, I don't need to see this.
Yeah, I've never watched a decapitation video.
I never watched that.
Because my head, I'm just gonna be like, yo,
it's gonna be
what's going through?
up.
Like, because me, I tend to get into the person's head.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh my God, what are they going through right now? What are they thinking about right now? Who are their thoughts with right now?
Yeah.
Like, did they think that they'd be in this situation a week ago? Did they have plans? Blah, blah, blah. My head tends to go to that place. So
you're connecting them in like an interpersonal level.
Yeah. Like, did they have plans? They had a whole thing they wanted to do, and it's getting cut off right now. So if I were to watch that and hearing those gunshots in the background, I'd be like, oh man, which one? How many gunshots? Just like it'd be the same shit. It'd be the same shit. So I tend to. Yeah. I'll look at the news and I'll read the facts. I won't watch the videos and shit. I don't do that.
Because I first saw it on the news. Like I forget. Wait, because it happened on Valentine's Day and that was Wednesday.
Oh my God.
So I think I came home from work that night and I was no. I came from school and I was watching the Spanish news channel because my mom had it on, and that they were talking about it and they showed the video, but it was muted. I actually heard the video when I saw Philip DeFranco's video on it, and it's the caption is our fucking school is being shot up, and you just hear gunshots and there's students hiding. But what happened before that? So supposedly the school had a fire drill, and they treated it as a normal thing. But then the fire alarm rang again, and students were like, "Wait, why are we having a second fire drill?" Mm-hmm. And then they started hearing gunshots. So everyone hid in the room, and what made me feel so sad and heartbroken was the stories of people who sacrificed themselves to save students. There was a security guard who shielded students, and he got shot the fuck up. and they took him in critical condition to a hospital, and then he unfortunately passed away. There was a teacher who was letting students into their rooms, like whenever there was an open opportunity, like look, hide in this room. And then when he was in the hallways, the shooter found them and then killed that teacher. And like even
the students? The students were safe.
The students were safe. Like he got them in, but when it was his turn to get into the room, he was killed by the shooter. And what I don't understand, most school shootings, you'll shoot the motherfucker down. They didn't. There was a whole chase. Like, the video that started playing is when the police caught him.
Yeah.
And there's 6 people apprehending him.
See, that's what I don't understand. A little child in a park playing with a toy gun.
Exactly.
And then it's just like, oh, white boy, we can't, because white flesh, apparently you can see red better on.
Shit.
I mean, because if you shoot a white boy, you see the blood and then you feel bad, but if you shoot a black man, you don't see that blood.
Yeah.
Yo, do you remember the whole shit with the nigga who shot up a white dude shot up a black church? Like,
Yes.
And they walked this motherfucker out of the church in a bulletproof vest.
Yeah.
And then they bought this nigga Burger King on the way because he said he was hungry.
Yeah.
It's like, yo.
I would not.
Yo.
They wouldn't do that to anybody else.
Kill him? Like
motherfucker would be dead.
Like, if I was a cop in that situation, I would have shot...
I'm sorry, first opportunity, you're getting pow. Like,
not to kill. Because usually you don't shoot to kill.
I mean...
You're never supposed to shoot to kill. Unless it's an extraneous...
Honestly, okay. I know, like, for police, unless, it tends to be the quickest and easiest shot to get that will put the person down most effectively and keep most people safe. Center body mass.
Yeah.
Head, you might miss. Arm, you might miss. Leg, you might miss. There's a possibility of missing.
Yeah.
Center body mass is the literal most effective place to actually hit the person.
Is that just in the front or also like in the back?
Back, front.
Okay.
It's literally the biggest.
Yeah,
it's literally the biggest spot on your body. Head is more lethal, obviously, but it's a smaller target you might miss.
Mm-hmm.
You don't aim to kill. Like, nobody, even when they're shooting at the torso, you don't aim to kill.
Mm-hmm.
Like, your aim is to make sure that
you're ending the threat. You're ending the threat. Basically.
Yes.
You're stopping the threat.
Yeah.
You're not.
They literally could have shot that man once. All they needed him alive for was for him to say, "Oh, like you're seeing him in the act."
Yeah.
There's no way you really
put a bullet in a motherfucker. I don't care, yo. Like, like.
I'm not saying to kill him, because, like, also, I have...
Why would he kill, 17 people?
I mean, okay, I have my own thing where it's like, okay, who deserves to die, blah, blah, blah. There's a whole... That's a whole thing. That's a whole other conversation unto itself. But for the sake of keeping other people safe, put a bullet in a motherfucker.
Yeah.
I am sorry. He has a gun out. He's already killed multiple people.
Yeah.
Put a bullet in a dude.
As soon as he's, like...
And, I'm not going to pretend I know how police tactics work, blah, blah, blah. I don't know exactly how the situation went down. But put a bullet in the motherfucker.
Yeah. Well, that reminds me, because I also it's not it's not a fun event, because being that we're on this topic already, there was someone that was trying to kill someone the other day, literally outside of here.
Wait, what?
Yeah. What's it called? So I found out the story yesterday. So, because for me, I was literally at home alone, and then I hear pop pop, and like I thought it was like the Szechuan place across the street, just like like hitting their door or some shit. I don't fucking know. Like it didn't sound like a gun. So the story was that there's a young, probably teenager gang member talking to like this older dude, probably like in his 30s or 40s, who's also either a formal or also is a gang member, but they're both gang affiliated. They were arguing, shit was getting loud, and like for me, I heard some arguing outside, but I thought it was like usual shit, because usually people are just yelling outside. Yeah. And then I just hear pop pop. But what was happening is that they were arguing over some shit, and then the young kid pulls out a gun, and God. The other guy goes, so if you take out a gun, you gotta use it. He shoots twice, misses both times apparently, and then there was a whole, like, the police were called and everything because people heard gunshots. To me, it did not sound like it. And it was weird because, like, I was like, that was like around, 2:30, 3 o'clock? I don't know. And I had to go to work at 5, so I left around 4:30. When I got out, there were 3 cop cars blocking the entrance to, like, where the bodega and the Szechuan place is, this other street, and the street where you go to my place, and they were blocking Central by the park, and like, I wasn't sure where it happened, but when I was trying to get to work, because I usually go through the park, like, you know, when we walk home when we work like nights. Like I saw a PI just like run zoom past. He's talking on the walkie-talkie.
PI.
Huh?
Private investigator. Yeah, no, but like.
There was like a bunch of people there. There were like helicopters.
Like, okay, I'm just wondering.
There were investigators.
I don't know. I'm wondering why there was a private investigator there. But it's weird.
Probably for the cops.
I don't know.
Probably
To interrogate people. Maybe?
No, wait. Do you know what a private investigator is, Walt?
People hire.
Yeah, they're not affiliated with the. They are somewhat affiliated with, but they're not police officers.
Oh, okay.
They're literally private. They're literally private people you hire to help investigate.
All right,
Detective.
Yeah, my bad.
So I'm just like, wait, what?
But yeah, so there were people everywhere, and like when I got to the park, there was a cop just telling me, "Go the other way." I was like, "What? Go!" I was like, "Fuck, okay." And then my parents, they were on their way home, so I called them. I was like, "Yo, you might have trouble getting in because of this whole thing that happened. I don't know what happened, but there would probably gunshots heard. We could have heard 2 loud noises. Maybe someone's dead. Maybe someone's hurt. I don't know." And it was like so weird, and it wasn't like I was like traumatized or anything. It was just something that never really happened. Like, have to cut that out. I'm gonna get it until that burp. That's the sound I'm gonna use to cut things out. But yeah, let's make this a little extra long episode since you know.
How long are we running right now?
We're like over an hour.
Shit.
You got a lot of editing and cutting out to do.
Yeah, it's gonna be a more heavily edited episode, especially because I'm far away, so I have to raise my volume. And that's annoying, so I should probably sit down and. There we go.
Fuck you.
Oh shit! I got a missed call from who? Oh, my sister from an hour ago. Yeah, I got snapped.
Sister?
Yeah.
Your sister?
My sister.
Your sister?
Yeah. But what I started doing is like I started writing notes to myself, like, so because you know we try to record weekly and all that. So I wrote down a couple subjects that I wanted to talk about.
Besides, you know, all the horrible things that happened this
week. But these are literally lighter notes. Like, I'll literally just, like, read what I wrote down. Sleep paralysis, Punjabi music, Valentine's Day and troubles, and I wrote 2 girls' names to remind myself of, like, what happened with them. The format for the Patreon and other things. My professor and homework/work. Because you were there when I was doing my homework, right?
Yeah.
So I have a story about that. And then I literally wrote it like this because that same night we were also talking about it. Doing shit because relevance.
Okay.
Yeah, so do you guys want to jump into any of those topics or have anything you guys want to talk about?
Let's talk about... I don't know, man. Just this whole conversation.
Yeah, we're moving to...
No,
okay,
that's why I wanted to, like, you know, lighten the mood with a couple things.
Alright, what were you going to say?
Nothing. Just this whole conversation before, you know, got me down. So,
I'm
I'm
sorry.
not sure how ready I am
Alright,
for
so
something positive.
Okay, I'm sorry.
What were the topics? Let me see them.
So the first one that I want to get into, because I'm actually curious.
Oh, the one that you're into. Okay, yeah. What is it?
Have you guys actually had sleep paralysis before?
No.
No.
No? I'm literally the only one? Because I have two stories. Because like one of them literally happened like 2 weeks ago.
Sleep paralysis.
I feel like sleep paralysis is something I'd remember. That's like a traumatizing experience, but...
Yes. I would probably definitely remember it. I have sleepwalked, and that was a crazy experience because I didn't think I was sleepwalking until I woke up and I realized that...
Well, that kind of delves into it because like this all falls into REM sleep.
Yeah.
And...
Let's talk about REM sleep.
So yeah, the first time I ever had it, it was when my sister and I was still I think in high school. And my sister and I used to share like bunk beds, and I was always on the top bunk because
I love the top.
I'm a little monkey boy. I like to climb things, and
my bed is still the top bunk.
Oh yeah,
because I have a loft bed, so all I have is just the top bunk.
I do too. I just there's just a bunch of shit on there, so I'm just like I'm gonna just sleep on the couch or some shit. But what's it called? The first time I ever had it, it was when I was on the bunk bed, and for some reason I remember it like it was being shot like a grunge video / low budget horror movie. So like I woke up, like, okay. So for those that don't know, sleep paralysis is when
your body is frozen.
Well, it's basically like you're stuck in, I think, either level 2 or 3 of REM sleep, but your body is still asleep, but you are not. Like, you are consciously awake. and this like what you can see like visionary hallucinations,
Visual hallucinations.
my bad, visual hallucinations and shit like that. Yeah. So the first time I ever had it, it for some reason kept turning to like it literally looked like a low budget like movie. It was like I looked like a zombie for some reason. My face was green and melting off, and then I felt like a huge fucking like pressure on my chest, and it was so fucking weird. And like I was trying to yell to my sister, but my mouth was so dry. I was like, shit, and like I was like what, fucking 15, 16, 17 around there. The second time was a few weeks back. Like, I was sleeping on my left side. I usually always sleep on my left side. And I think I probably slept on it too much. That's my thing. Because, like, even then, like, scientists don't really know what causes, like,
REM.
Sleep paralysis and, like, what we see. Because people round it out to, like, you know, people who believe in religion. Like, they'll see demons, they'll see this and that or whatever. Like, the second time that I ever had it, it was, so I was in this room sleeping and, like, I wake up and I see I see my window, so it's probably like 6 a.m, like around there, 'cause I see light coming out, and I'm like, okay, I guess I just woke up from like this mini nap I just had. I'm trying to get up or whatever, and I can't move. I'm just like, oh fuck, this is sleep paralysis. And, like so I experienced it once. I'm like, ah shit, not again. And so I'm trying to move, and like I think I'm like whimpering kind of, because I was like I'm like grunting. The first time that I had sleep paralysis, I knew that I was crying because I didn't know what the fuck was going on, and it scared the shit out of me. So I was like kind of crying in my sleep, but also like at the same time awake. So I was like literally a vegetable going because I was fucking scared. And so the second time I was like shit, and so I tried moving my body, and like I felt it budging, and I see like this apparition, like this kind of black shadow just merge from the door. I was like, no, not
today.
Literally not today, Satan. and like I was like, shit. I was like literally trying to move. I was like, nah, not today, nigga. I'm gonna come out the sleep paralysis. I'm gonna fuck your ass up. and like I'm literally trying to like, no, but like all you hear from me is just and then like I feel my body being moved. Like my mom was like, yo, what's wrong? You okay? It's like she's trying to calm me down, like, yo, it's fine. Relax. And then like a few seconds later, I get out, I was like, fuck! I'm free! And so I just went, I was like, yo, like I checked my phone because I was charging it right next to me, and I was like, it was like fucking 6, 7 in the morning. God damn it. And so I just went to the kitchen, drank water, and then went back to sleep.
Wait. You were awake. Right, you were in sleep paralysis. You saw the shadowy thingy.
Yeah, it was just at the door of the room. I was like, fuck.
Oh, it was just there, but your mom was in the room?
Yeah, no, but like, it wasn't her. Because like, what's it called? She was also in the room too, I knew that.
Yeah.
But that shadow was not her.
Yeah, I knew.
So...
But she touched you and the shadow was still there, and like you were looking at the shadow?
I looked at it, and then like, when my mom budged me, like, it kind of went away, and then I was just like, Wait. I'm big!
Because that jolted your body to be like, okay, now all of you wake up.
Well, it's because, like, whoa.
What's up?
My screen just brightened the fuck up for some reason. Hi, Satan.
Just, you mentioned me.
I don't need this.
Go away. Fuck you.
Hi, Dad. No, I'm playing.
But, yeah, so yeah, so I wasn't super freaked out because because I already experienced this once. I was like, okay, I know I'm gonna see something, and so usually people say that they see ghosts, demons, or whatever. I was like, I know I'm not gonna see a demon. Then I see a whole black shadow. I'm like, oh, and then low-key had horns. I was like, oh, ow, stop,
subconsciously.
Go away.
I don't even like you.
No,
like I get sleep paralysis. I see the devil. I'm like, I'm an atheist.
Go away.
You don't even go here.
I don't believe in you.
Oh shit!
Jesus Christ!
I'm sorry.
God.
This is why I always end up with a corner.
Yeah.
Apologies.
I bet, that whole audio part. No, wait! Don't pull me! I'm good. I'm fine.
Okay.
I was happy here.
I'm just saying, get closer so you're not so low. God, Jesus.
Wait, why
Apologies.
is it low?
No, because you're also far from the mic, so it won't pick it up. And I don't have to edit as much.
What's up?
Why?
It's because we hate you, Walter.
Yeah. I'm gonna have fun editing this one.
Get this in your ears.
No, I said episode... The ASMR episode was going to be episode whatever.
Episode 50.
50 or 56. One of those numbers. I got to listen to the first episode. I think it was there. And I'll validate it.
Hey,
But
let me whisper in here.
But yeah, that's my experience. I was thinking at least you had something like that.
No, the worst I had was
A
I
nightmare.
have, what is that? I was gonna say liposuction, but it's
What the
called,
fuck?
it's like
That's what I need.
Oh, lucid dreaming.
None of y'all heard
lucid dreaming.
I heard you say something weird.
Yeah, none of y'all heard.
I'm gonna hear it on the playback. And be like, fuck
Like,
that.
I'd be able to revisit dreams that I was like, oh man, what was that about?
Mm-hmm.
And like sometimes they change, sometimes they wouldn't. I'd be able to change my dream on like whatever I wanted. Like if I was like, this one's a little scary, let's change it up to a different thing. And
You're just an omnipresent being in your mind, like, yeah, nah.
That's what would happen. And then one time, like, there was this giant spider. I wasn't even that scared of spiders, but I was like, look, can defeat a spider, and I got bug spray. But now my, like, permanent, like, I can't lucid dream anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So my permanent ability, though, from lucid dreaming is to jump as high as I possibly can. So much so that it's like, it defies gravity. Like, so I jump and I float down. You know how Mario kind of floats down when he jumps? That's me in my dreams. And it's great because I can basically fly around the whole universe. But sometimes it's really scary because I get up to the ozone layer and I'm like, I don't want to go to space. I don't want to die. Because I can still die from extreme impact. It's just that my bones are, like, more sturdy.
I'm sorry, I love that you've given yourself, like, limitations.
Yeah. Like, you don't want to be too overpowered.
But yeah, and then there's the sleepwalking.
Sleepwalking, yeah.
Where, like, I was in Colombia, I was, like, really, really young. I ended up waking up early in the morning. Or, I don't know what it was, but it was kind of morning. It was basically morning.
Yeah.
And I remember looking around, and I was back in America, in my room, and I was like, oh, this is really weird. Is this really my room? So I began touching in my room, and, like, things had form, like, things had shape. I could touch them for real, and I was like, this is really weird, because I know yesterday I was in Colombia. This is really weird. What, did I get in a coma or something, right? So I continued touching around, and then I was like, something seems really weird. I feel like I can't see clearly. Where are my glasses? So I started looking at my glasses.
Without my glasses.
And then I reached forward and my hand touched something that wasn't supposed to be there. You know, like I was basically walking in an empty space, but I felt a wall. And I was like, oh, this isn't my room. And so, all of a sudden, like, the wall that I touched formed in front of me. And then, yeah, I was outside of my sleepwalking thing. And I was like, Mom, I saw me. I was dreaming. And she's like, you were sleepwalking. And I was like, no, I wasn't. I was there. I was dreaming. And then later
She's like, I saw you walk into the wall a bunch of times.
But I wasn't even walking it. I was getting up out of my bed. Like, I was still in my bed in my sleepwalking.
Were you just standing on the bed?
No, I wasn't standing on my bed. I was getting up. You know when you crawl and, like...
Are you Snapchatting? This motherfucker.
Have you guys ever spoken in your sleep?
I know
I've been told that I talk in my sleep.
Yeah,
Could
I
you
know
lower
I
that
snore.
volume?
Yeah.
I want to hear it.
Just posted already, fuck.
Hey man, I'm advertising the podcast, fuck you.
Oh my god. But yeah, like I know I snore.
Snoring.
I know someone that talks in their sleep, but I'm not gonna put them on blast.
Me.
No, not you.
Could have said it was me just a little.
It's Patrick.
I've never slept with you. So, and
phrasing.
Not in that way. I didn't mean it sexually.
Phrasing.
Fuck. I've never napped With Char.
Yeah.
Or Pat for that
In
matter.
the same area.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's gonna change the anime next, but
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah, you guys gonna get the same hotel?
yeah, we
already
already booked it. Red Roof Inn, yeah.
Yeah.
We're like wild far, but yeah.
We have a shuttle.
Yeah, with the shuttle bus that's hilariously unreliable, but yeah.
I still have to get my.
I remember last year we had to like we were at because like Char's good friend didn't have enough space in the car for all of us, so I was like, I to get to the rave from the hotel, so I was like, okay, I'd have to wait for on the shuttle, and the shuttle takes it's once an hour, and so at one point me and my boy Jerez, I'm just gonna name drop him, I don't care, he's cool. we both
What? Madam Stiletto.
Yeah, Madam Stiletto. Yeah, let's say Madam Stiletto. Yeah, Madam Stiletto. We both see the we're on the top floor. We both see the jitney bus downstairs, as we both run the fuck all the way downstairs, hopping down flights of stairs to get this bus, and then at one point I'm like, yo, fuck it, go in front of me, because he's like a lot more fit than I am. So I'm like, you go in front of me, go catch that bus. And so by the time we get downstairs, it had just pulled out onto the highway. So we're like, fuck. Went down 4 flights of stairs and missed the bus for nothing. And I ended up having to wait for the next one because there's no space in the car. But
wait, I forgot I have my speaker on. No, because I was gonna show you guys something. I want your guys' reaction. Yeah, because I was thinking of either skipping this topic or not. Because when I go to school, my friend who's a Paki, but he's also Punjabi.
You mean Pakistan?
Yeah, Pakistan. Shut up.
We told that story, didn't we?
Yeah. From Pakistan, and he's Punjabi. He was showing me this one song by Yo-Yo Honey Singh called Desi Kalakar, and it's so Desi, he's from that area, or he's part of the group that identifies Desi, Desi, and Kalakar is like a performer, and I was laughing my fucking ass off because he legitimately enjoys this song, but I was laughing because when he raps, he sounds like some random Indian dude off the street. And that's low key fucked up, but it just that image in my mind, just some random dude, just made me laugh. And
I feel like the more I hang out with you guys, the more people are gonna be like, "She's racist."
I'm not. I mean, that's not racist. I don't think. Is it?
Like, this sounds like some random hobo.
Okay, you know what? Fine. Have to cut that out. No, I'm not saying. I'm not making fun of it because of an accent. It just sounded like What?
Wow,
my arms are tired now.
To me, yeah, I'm not trying to make fun of his accent, but it just his voice just reminds me of whenever we're at work and we take people that have that same accent. It just reminded me of that.
Oh,
so
okay.
that's what was making me laugh. It's like if we have one of the customers just rapping to my face. And
that would be pretty dope.
But this song...
okay, did you see the video with the dude who rapped his whole McDonald's order?
Yeah, I think I showed you that. High res. He's fucking lit.
I'm like, I can imagine just taking that order and look at it and be like, okay, now say that all
No,
again.
no, I would have been like, he about to do this? Alright. But, yeah. Wait, you want to say something?
Yes.
What?
Oh my god!
I'm not gonna be here next week.
Oh.
I'm going. Well, okay. Next week I'm gonna be here, but the week after that I'm going to Greece.
Okay,
Oh,
So
cool.
I'm not gonna be here physically to do the. Yeah.
No, it's neither over the phone or anything, right?
Yeah.
No, that's
I
fine.
don't know how good the Wi-Fi is, and I don't want to say yes, and then I'm talking there's a pool over here.
Hey man, go there, go fuck around with Zeus, dude. Do you?
Don't fuck around with
actually,
Zeus.
don't fuck around with Zeus. Dude, probably every celestial STD out there.
Realsies.
No, but yeah,
Syphilis
like I
and
told you
God,
in our group chat, if you can't make it, it's fine. Don't worry.
Okay. But I just know that's the one. I believe it's the.
How dare you go on vacation, Char?
No, it's for school.
I was joking.
Wait, you
Sorry.
have to go to Greece for a class? It's fucking lit.
Yeah. So the 3rd, it's actually 2 weeks. The 3rd and the 10th.
Wow.
It's a week and a half, a
Week
week
and a half?
2 days. But on the 2nd, on the 3rd, we're on the plane, and on the 10th, we're on the plane back.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Like I said, if you can't make it, whether the studies or whatever, it's fine. But yeah. You want to go into the next subject?
Valentine's Day?
Yes.
Okay.
How was your Valentine's Day, guys? I worked.
I also worked. Mine was pretty non-existent. I was like,
what about you,
okay.
Miss Relationship?
This was my 3rd Valentine's Day ever with a person. And
Hey.
It's the same person for the
The most quiet fucking head.
Yeah, let's do it again.
Oh shit!
There you
Okay,
go.
okay.
There you go.
And but we didn't celebrate it on the day because we both are heavy in our classes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And on Wednesdays, so we celebrated it on Monday. We hung out. I think, what did we watch? We watched some YouTube videos. And I fell asleep because I was like, I don't want to watch them.
Romantic
anymore.
as fuck.
When I woke up, it turns out he also was asleep. And then I wanted to, you know how when a dog's like resting and you shake them and you're like, oh, you're so cute. Oh,
Yeah.
you're so adorable. I was kind of doing that. And he was like, babe, I want to sleep. And I'm like, and I was like, okay, I'm sorry. So I gave him a blanket and a pillow. And then I left to go mess with my actual dog and do that stuff.
You don't have rights.
The only thing that I did on Valentine's Day, like before we went to work, there was this one girl who I was I told you about this, who like she snapped Happy No Dick Day on her story, and so I just went, just like we could change that, and her response was, LOL. So I was like,
Which is basically just internet for no.
yeah, I was just like,
not today.
Okay.
You tried, buddy.
Then I tried with another girl. Well, like I forgot what she posted, but it was something that like having to do with sex. I was like, me, please. Or like no. She was like showing stacks of money on her story, and I was like, God damn, take me on a date then, fuck. and her response was, I wish. I was like, hey,
Oh.
hey, there's hope.
That was a good one.
But yeah, the Patreon stuff that's gonna be for after the podcast.
Okay.
But
I was gonna mention we did shoot.
You're
Yeah, my desire for Valentine's Day.
it's already up on Instagram.
I'm trying to be topical.
Desiree?
There's gonna be posted like in. Oh my god! Stop!
Yo, bring that
shit
name back.
people.
Yo, bring that back.
Fuck!
How dare you?
I didn't know for a very long time that Desiree was actually spelled desire.
Oh shit!
Is it?
Just fuck.
Yeah.
So you threw a ball at her for no reason, you
Yes,
asshole.
I did, because that's what, like, I don't know, that's what her ex used to use as a name to make fun of me.
Oh, really?
Desiree?
Yeah, he came up with that.
Wait, why would he?
I don't know, Nick. What? I don't know. Alright.
Okay.
So we shot Desire, the living personification of all desire in the universe. So.
Literally why their name is Desire.
Yeah, that's why his name is, I mean, that's why characters of
name
the characters of ambiguous gender.
Yeah.
Just desire.
Oh, hold on. You know, I'm gonna call you out because we couldn't figure out how to tie a tie, and then you didn't know how lipstick worked. It's literally the same fucking thing as chapstick.
Yeah, that is the same thing as chapstick, except you gotta follow the line of your lips.
Yeah. And
see,
and for eyeliner,
I've never used lipstick.
Neither have I. But I've seen my sister and mom use it.
Okay, so you have that at
And
least.
I've also
What about your mom?
I don't see. She doesn't go out like that. She doesn't
just doll herself up for work. She's like, yo, I'm feeling myself, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's
Listen,
what I
half
do.
the time she's getting ready for work, I'm asleep, and no, she doesn't really do makeup for work.
She
I do
should
makeup
be like,
for
Mom,
me.
feel pretty.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Water went down the wrong hole.
That's what he's saying, but Walter choked him.
Oh my god, stop.
Walter, stop! You're turning me on.
Stop. We already talked about murder during the podcast. Fucking. But yeah, what's it called? On the same day, because what's it called? I usually have a week to do my assignment for one of my night classes, but for some reason my professor has it due the night before. I'm assuming so, like, we don't, like, get together with our class. He's like, yo, what's the homework, man? So, it wasn't really busy at the time. So what the fuck are you doing?
Stop!
Stop it! Now I actually hit you. It's probably coming up on the feedback too. Stop! You stop! I'll fucking.
You touched my talkie fingers.
Carol.
I was gonna lick them.
You can, whatever.
But now it's got your sweat on all my fingertips.
I woke up 3 hours ago.
This whole section is devoted to fucking with Walter's equipment.
I hate you.
I hate you too.
But
You know what you should do? You should
what?
get a boomstick. Because I just really like that word.
a boom.
Boom.
I have a boom mic, but I use it for like when I record my music.
Can you fight it?
Someone's phone.
I mean, like,
No, it's because my mom's calling me. I don't know
if you
why.
punch it, will it go boom?
Stop. But
Yes.
what is it? The same night it was I had my homework assignment due and it wasn't really that busy, so I went into the office. In order for me to do it is to what's it called? Is to connect to the VPN and what's it called? And do the assignment on a vCloud, which is basically a virtual machine, which is basically a computer within a computer. So I literally did the assignment, and for some reason I was struggling to my laptop itself was struggling to connect to the VPN. It kept getting kicked off from our work Wi-Fi, and eventually it started. What's it called? It started. It finally connected. So then I did the assignment, everything. My friends were struggling to figure it out. I eventually did, because I literally emailed the professor. I was like, yo, so like you told us how to do it, but like I forgot. Remind me though. And so he actually emailed me back, and I figured it out. Did the assignment, because you're supposed to send a screenshot of the end result and then submit that screenshot. So I did all the homework, and for some reason the file was taking forever to upload, so I could submit it. And so while I was waiting for it to upload, I did the quiz, the weekly quiz that we have to do, and so I did it like 6 times so I could get the highest grade possible. And when I finished the quiz, I forgot to press save changes / submit.
Oh, no!
And I literally had an hour before the assignment was due. And he, what's it called, usually says like, oh, I don't accept late assignments and all that. And I showed him the screenshot. I was like, look, I took it at 10 at night. I just had to submit it. And then he told me, timestamps don't mean nothing to me. I was like, fuck. So I can't submit the assignment. But then he went on Moodle, the website we use to submit the homework. And then he actually let me submit the homework. He's like, all right. I was like, oh, thank you so much. He's like, yeah, just try not to do this again or else you won't get full credit. I was like, yes, yes.
And that's why I hate
Because it's
college.
true that timestamps, you can easily change it, stamp it, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
No, like I didn't want him to be like, oh, what's it called? You probably edited this in Photoshop and blah, 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 blah. But, yeah.
Okay, but there's no need to do all that work if I could easily just go into my computer's time and edit it.
Yeah. But some people, they'll try to do that. What's it called? I gotta check something, but the last topic that I had was doing shit because relevant. Like you were talking about Black Panther as you're looking at a Black Panther.
That's not a Black Panther.
It's not a Black Panther?
That's a nigga from Game of Thrones.
Oh, is that
Racist!
Dude? He's rapping. I saw a black suit, so I was like, oh, it's Black Panther.
Could I have an apple juice?
Yeah, I'll try to look.
Can I also have an apple juice?
If there are any.
Can I have a water if there's no apple juice?
Okay.
This will be a pause and we'll just like...
No, I want y'all to talk about it and then I'll catch up.
Bring some food too.
Fuck off. Food.
Wait.
Nigga, that was corners.
Hello, now we're
Hi.
with the
Yes. Now this is where we plot on how we're gonna kill Walter.
He can still hear us.
I don't give a fuck. Hi guys.
Yeah, so reasons because what? That was the topic?
Wait, what? I wasn't really paying attention, I'm gonna be honest.
He said resources. How do we turn on his phone? God dang it. Swipe to unlock. Okay, yeah. Doing shit cause relevance. So what's the relevance? Probably Black Panther because it's relevant because it's a new thing.
I don't know. Oh! I think we're talking about like how to, get our social media shit up and like, being topical. The fuck?
I'm scared. I'm scared.
Do you want to duck down or something? Like,
Well, guys.
guys, it's just me. Am I so large that it counts as two people now?
I didn't mean it like that. Alright, so I guess currently making things relevant to what we're doing in the podcast. So let's talk about Black Panther, and then Walter will be like, "Wow, you guys didn't talk about shit while I was gone."
We really not.
Yeah, I hear him coming back. I hear them footsteps.
Here he comes, your cinnamon.
But yeah. What do you think about Black Panther? I think it's gonna be dope.
Oh yeah, no, I'm looking for. I'm gonna see it next week.
So lucky.
I was gonna do a cosplay for it, but like I didn't have the money for the character I wanted to do.
The struggle.
Or more like I couldn't return anything afterwards.
Oh no.
There's nothing like that I can return for that character per se.
I've returned.
Hello.
What a mess.
You didn't bring any drinks.
Fuck! God damn it!
Damn it, Barber!
I'll be back again. Fuck.
Thank you. Sorry.
It's fine.
Walter would make a good butler.
Oh my god. But would Walter be the Black Butler?
He's gone. He's gone. But dude, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
You're totally in your phone.
I'm sorry. Like there's shit going on.
But that shit. Remember that coworker that starts with the name of a drink.
Yes. You think I give a fuck? No.
But I saw her on the train.
She works at McDonald's now. We went to McDonald's after.
Which one? The 24 one?
The one down the block from Taco Bell.
The 24 hour.
Oh, 24. Okay, that's what I remember. 24. I thought that was like the name of a street or something. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and we saw her in the back. We were like, "Hey!" And she was like, "Hey!" And then people said, "Hey!" And then.
I wouldn't say A at all.
Oh my god.
No, because after what I told our boss, fire her, because if you don't, something bad's gonna happen. And what happened? Something bad did happen. And our customer service went down into the toilet ever since she got there. And now that McDonald's customer service is gonna go down. Because
I didn't see her working the front. I saw she was like frying shit in the back.
Yeah, she should stay there.
I don't think she was ever on the line when she worked with us.
No, she was trying to, and then she was like, I used to work in Taco Bell. What's in a burrito supreme? Excuse me, if you worked in a Taco Bell, you would know. I was so upset. She was like, is there beans in the burrito supreme? No, bitch. No. Yes. There's no fucking beans.
Yes, there are.
I know there's beans, but I told her no.
I was gonna say,
so that she wouldn't.
Coming off mad hypocritical right now.
I worked the line. And I didn't even like Taco Bell until I started eating there. Because, whoa!
I never ate it till,
Hey, look at you! Look at you! What? Uh-oh!
Oh, no, it's okay!
Walter coming out here like we royalty, Doug? What is this? Oh, shit! Cut the whole bottle. Say, here you go.
I hate you.
Put it in here.
This is room temperature. That's why I got
No, put the ice in here!
God damn it, Shark! Making my life difficult. Fucking drink it.
Can you cut my ice in the little animal shapes?
No! Suck a nigga dick or something. Fuck out of here. No.
Oh, they all got connected.
Fuck out.
Thank you, Walter.
Fuck.
Oh my god. You're like, I was expecting, A work, but you come in here with the A++.
Alright, so we didn't know what you meant by
what?
By shit because it's relevant.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, you just said Black Panther. And
pretty much.
I don't know if you want to cut.
We just shot the shit.
Out.
We're like, yeah.
I mean, no, because I actually wanted to show you guys. That's why I have the speaker on.
Okay, so you guys go talk about the thing that I was going to show you and me not telling you.
Oh, no, because the other night Pat and I were talking about fucking him doing a Black Panther cosplay, and I was going to say, why couldn't you use the fucking, the Black Flash suit, and you could have just, do some modifications, and then that could have been the Black Panther cosplay. But we were talking about that because I was working on a remake of "Pray for Me" by Kendrick Lamar and Weeknd, and I just finished it.
Oh,
at
it's in the
6
Black Panther soundtrack.
Yeah,
Okay.
at 6 in the morning.
Nice.
Have you guys heard that song?
No, let me hear it.
Okay, I'm gonna show you the original, then show you mine. Here we go. Have to cut that out. Mm.
That's good. That's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, word.
When I open my YouTube, right, you're gonna make me music. I'll pay for you.
Okay. What's it called? My
I'll pay
friend.
for your college.
Yeah, my friend that streams. She wants.
What?
She wants me to help out with her shit too, and like, what's it called? Our last class. For some reason, she was like super nervous. Like, I want to get her on the show too, because like, you know, she's also fun to talk to.
I forgot to ask Daffy. Actually, I shouldn't do that.
Yeah. What's it called? So yeah. Wait. I mean, I don't want to sound like a dick, but if anything, we can try getting my friend and Daff on the show, like while Char's not here.
Yeah.
You're
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'll ask my friend Tuesday, because that's when I see her.
Has my friend contacted you, Pat?
Yes, she has.
Okay. Good.
I pointed her towards two of the cosplayers that she needed.
Okay. Cool.
I haven't been able to find a local Garnet cosplayer though. So found a Supergirl and I found a Vixen, but she needs a Garnet as well.
Wait, for what?
She wants to like shoot.
Yeah, my friends.
Yes.
I told you guys I have lots of artist friends if we ever need people for the show. But when my friends was like, "Oh yeah, I need some cosplayers," and I was like, "Yes, I used to," because I was a model for her once, and I painted
cool.
my face in copper. That's
Oh yeah, that thing you showed me that like I kind of was like, oh, that might be blackface.
Yeah.
I doubt it was.
It wasn't her intention.
It
be
wasn't,
blackface.
but it can be
That's it.
interpreted as.
It can be interpreted as blackface if I end up. But she's, you know, even though she's African American, that does not excuse it being blackface because it is.
My best friend is black.
That's basically what it would be if I was like, oh, but the artist who made it. It was her. I don't remember what her intention of that was, but she's gonna make that piece public apparently. Like she's putting it as one of her portfolio pieces, and she's gonna. But basically, she needed cosplayers for her photography project for her BFA.
That's cool.
The fuck is a BFA?
That's Bachelor's in Fine Arts. So basically, you need to have a show, an entire show of just your work.
Okay.
To graduate.
Oh, like an exhibit.
Yes.
Cool.
Like your own. Well, your own show. It's an exhibit for other
Not
people.
gonna lie, I mainly hit her up because I was like, oh, free
like
photo
it.
shoot. I was like, oh, free photo shoot. Then turns out she wanted other people. I was like, all right, whatever. But
Yeah. I mean, there's probably going to be some solo shots that you can use too.
No. She wanted 3 specific characters.
No, yeah, but like aside from the group photos, she could probably also do.
No,
just
but I'm
solo
not gonna
characters.
be in it.
What? I thought you were gonna.
No,
No, I'm just pointing her towards people.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Because he's my cosplay person.
Network person, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I just was like, here you go, network. You know.
I want to do that with more musicians. Like I know people, but they're either shy or they just don't talk to me. So I literally just tell them, I'm just like, yo, so like I'm down whenever you want. And they're like, all right, cool, I'll message you, and then they don't.
I know a couple of singers. I know a photographer, and I told you about my slam poet that I'm pretty sure would
I
be
looked at
very-
his stuff. I like it.
Yeah, his stuff is amazing, and I it's always very impactful whenever he does something, and I would love to have him come on the show and like do something live here.
Yeah, it's also like I want to have guests, but being that like, you know, as things are, like we have shit all over this room, it also feels like very weird that like, you know, like we've never hung out in person, or like for your friend, for example, I've never met him, we've never hung out, we've never like gave each other, you know, like what's up man or anything, and he's just coming into my basement.
Yeah, but I feel like it's it's a creepy professional.
Yeah.
It's like Halloween professional.
We're always in Halloween. It's just but yeah, that's why like with the whole relevance thing, like we usually want to work on a song, it's either because I like it, or like low key I'll be doing it for views, even though like sometimes I won't even get views, but that doesn't really matter. I'll still have fun doing it, and that's what matters to me. And especially with this, I'm proud of myself for what I did, because like I feel like as if I'm getting better, and that's also because I'm actually starting to do the quote unquote professional thing and like actually make your song sound better. What the fuck are you doing?
I'm taking pictures of Patrick because you were talking about how you have fun doing the thing you do, and I was like, I haven't drawn in a long time.
So you're gonna draw Patrick?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, well Pat was telling me that you wanted to like do like cross promotion thing, like you draw him or me in like your style, like us doing something, and or maybe like you do a speed drawing, like you record your laptop and I write a song or something for it, or Pat does a cosplay and on Wordle he adds one of my songs to it or something like that.
Oh, actually that'd be dope. Because I was thinking, like, okay, how am I going to contribute to this?
No, because like you did that with one of your things. I forget which one it was. I think it was the Sandman that you put like some song and it was I forget. It was a Kanye West dude, and you put Power by Kanye West in the background. Yeah. So that gave me the idea. It's like, because you were mentioning cross promotion, even though it's all us on our separate social media. So like I was like, okay, so that's what would happen. I feel like we could do that.
Do you think we should set up like Instagram separate for?
I was thinking I was saying a Facebook page, and that way like we can also like post from Instagram directly to Facebook. So that would be a thing. Twitter I don't use. Twitter, like if I ever do, I post from like other websites.
I use Twitter for porn.
But I'm talking about for the show, not for
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't really use Twitter like that either. I don't really post anything on Twitter. I don't really know the fun.
Literally, like when I post my videos, because I schedule them, like with the podcast and everything, I'll put like a little Twitter post, be like, oh, look, guys, and then I'll do the whole YouTube description, try to add tags that are relevant and help us. Yo, no one's watched the episode that I uploaded yesterday. I feel low-key bad for it, though.
I mean, I'm surprised we're getting,
I also expect that because we're also just starting.
Yeah,
so
which is why we need to come up with a social media for our shit.
Yeah.
I think after like a couple of weeks or months doing this, maybe to a year,
we'll gain some following. Like I'm still having fun doing this. It's not even like
we
don't have any views. We're not gonna stop. The podcast's done. Stop.
Oh yeah. No, you come at us. You come at us.
Hey, no.
You come all the way. The fucking mic. No, fuck you.
No. You know what's funny? Okay, you see this duct tape that's on it? This happened while I was recording my entry for a fucking rap contest that I entered in years ago. And while I was recording, like rappers, they always move their hands and shit. Yeah. I was doing that.
He punched.
Get the fucking Dolphins out! No!
Wait, no! You're handling the
Dolphins! Fucking Dolphins! Goddamn Dolphins! Fuck you!
Why are you so hard?
What?
Why did you break it?
Oh my god! Yo, I spent so much time fixing those goddamn Dolphins!
Boy! Dude, it's literally plastic and fucking iron
God.
in plastic. It's not hard. Shut up.
You broke the fucking Dolphins!
Now I'm gonna fix it.
See what you did?
Yeah, I know what I did.
Okay.
I'm proud of it. It was funny.
God damn it, Walter.
It wasn't funny.
God.
It's funny to me. Literally, you can tell because there's one that's like aligned towards the left and right, and literally you just put it in. That was your 5 minutes, Pat? Figure out where shit goes?
Listen, okay?
Fucking...
It's hard.
Look, done. Done. Look.
This is really hard.
Look, wait. Just put it in! Look, it's done!
No, it's not. Look, it's not even balanced right. You
Because that shit broke like years ago!
fucked up.
Anyway, back to the podcast. Fucking, I forget what I was even talking about.
Let's go back in the audio.
No, fuck it.
Why did you do this, Mo?
That shit was already like that.
Oh, you messed it up. What?
That's how you know your friends don't fucking support you. You promote your shit and like, what are you talking about? Fucking fucker. Oh my god.
It smells like pee-pees.
Oh my god. Okay, but essentially, yeah. What I remember was that my friend was asking me.
Is the podcast over?
No, we're still going. My friend was asking me.
I think it should be over.
No, I end the show.
I'm trying to get up and like Walter twists his arm and look at the door.
No.
No, Walter like twists his arm and like the door slams.
I'm actually Mr. Fantastic. No.
Not today.
And fucking what is it? So she asked me if I could like compose some songs for her because she's a Twitch streamer. I just hope that doesn't get caught on the fucking audio. Oh, it is tink, tink,
Hey man, it's
tink.
what you deserve. Fuck.
I will throw it again. So she asked me to fucking compose some sounds for her Twitch stream because she's a partner now, and I'm like, yo, it's fucking. Shut up! Stop! So I was like, alright, it's cool. But then she got super fucking. I need to stop it! I'm so glad my family's at home. But,
I can only curse because they're gone.
no, bruh. my parents heard us like last week when we were recording.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
We were recording.
Episode 6. She was like, are you done yelling downstairs? I was like, yeah, we're done. But, okay, so she asked me, I was like, yeah, that's cool, but she was like nervous as fuck, and then like she messaged me personally, she's like, yo, I'm sorry, I had like a shit ton of coffee. I was like, nah, you good, dude. It's all lit, it's good. Just tell me like what you want, and then, you know, I try to work on it. Speaking of which, for that class, I never started my homework. It's due in a few days. So, hey, Pat, you gotta go to work.
I know.
In an hour.
I don't care. I don't fucking care.
I think you also have something to do, right?
I just gotta go home and do all my homework.
Same.
I mean, you are at home. You don't have to.
Yeah, but I also have to go to my fucking baby cousin's birthday shit.
Look at you.
Why? Every time. With the fucking things. But,
Alright.
That was a fucking episode. We started dark as fuck. Then we went to lighter subjects. And then I started yelling at everyone.
Let's start. I mean, depending on what gets kept and what doesn't.
True.
Let's definitely, you know.
We're just about like 2 hours, maybe.
Yeah.
Word.
Let's open. Let's do the opening so you can cut and paste.
No, it's fine. I'm keeping you talking about putting ice cubes in your
No,
asshole.
because we have to like.
Then what?
That's something I think we should have them for special stuffs.
Maybe, but
Like cut that one out, just that bit, and it's like, here's a 50-cent bit for you.
Okay, so we're gonna awkwardly do the intro right now in the outro, and I'll still keep this in the outro.
Yeah, yes.
All right, so Yo, what is up? Welcome to the 3 Artists 1 Mic podcast. We totally want to talk about Patrick putting ice cream in his asshole. Welcome. We have Pat.
Hi, I'm calling the cosplay.
And Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Doodles.
With a fucking Pokemon podcast to fuck. And now let's start the episode. Cut to wherever we start. Or wherever I cut it in. Okay. So, yeah, with this outro. What's your stuff, Char?
My stuff is Charlotte Doodles at Instagram.
Yeah, and what about you, Pat?
I am Diamond Quality Cosplay on Instagram and Facebook.
Yay, and I'm Pink Garbage, or Pink Garbage Music, almost everyone on social media. If you don't find one, look at the other one, and you'll find it. Share the podcast with your friends. And we're also trying to fix up our Patreon, so maybe if you're interested and or want to support
Give us your money!
Stop! trying to phrase it all nicely.
Give us money!
I mean, yeah, but like, what I want to do with the money, aside from like, you know,
better audio,
better audio, better mics, equipment, everything.
Yeah,
most of it is gonna go back into the show. Only a portion of it is gonna go to us, I feel, and we're gonna all split it evenly.
Yeah, I feel like if anything, maybe I really want like 80 to 90% of it going into the equipment that we use, and 10%
we make $1.
Yeah, we make like 10 cents per dollar. I mean, like that helps.
Why are we the like fucking? Why are we the fucking niggas who go like Africa and film poor children? Like, hey, for every 10 cents of your dollar.
You get to help us pay for college.
You get to help, give this poor little child water.
Oops, he collapsed.
Nah.
It's kind of too late for him. Oh god, he just do a stop.
Why are the outros also a whole nother episode?
I don't fucking know. But if anything, Pat has to go to work soon. Char has stuff to do. I got homework to do and catch up on. I want to film a video, but I gotta go somewhere, so I'll film it Monday. And upload it whenever.
See y'all.
No, don't fuck him over. Alright, we'll see y'all on the next episode.
Peace in the Middle East.
Hopefully it'll be all happy and not about murder.
Yay.
Sorry about this week's depression.
Yeah, but you know,
Relevance!
That actually reminds me, before we actually end it, P was listening to our podcast yesterday, and he was saying that, like, he was enjoying it, but there's no challenge or conflict. So, like, you know, like, to challenge the viewer or challenge ourselves. I feel like that's also why, like, when I have my fucked up opinions or say my fucked up things, I feel like that may or may not be, like, a challenge kind of thing.
Okay.
Or...
So, like, last week when I said, you know, black men fucking annoy me, and white feminists also annoy me.
Yeah, you just keep alienating our fucking audience. Like,
but hey,
stop.
That's challenging conflict. I'm challenging and conflicting my viewers, I think.
I think it's more like... ask him what he means, but there needs to be something in show to, like I said before, engage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was also talking about organization and shit.
That's what
Although
I said. No, listen to me.
Well, what's it called?
I was listening to you. I told him, hey, yeah, me and Charlotte were pretty down for that. Walter's more on the side of, let's just shoot the shit. But
yeah, but what I also
why
like...
am I standing?
I don't know.
This is the conflict you asked for.
Take a seat, boy.
3 Artists 1 Mic, Civil War.
Oh my god. It's a sequels podcast.
All right, that's the end of the show.
Bye. Go away.
Love you.